So today was fun.
Today was fun.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Why was it a good day?
Well, we hit a really good, pivotal moment, even though it was small. It's a pivotal moment. We got you a desk. So,
Got me a desk.
for those of you who don't know, we have a photo video company, production company called Original Studios, name of this channel. I've been working on this for about a year and a half now. Jinji has begun working with me on this, I don't know, the last couple months. More hands-on. So now we're building out the office, and our office isn't very big to begin with, but we decided to move Jinji into the office with me. So we got her a desk, we got her a chair today. We took a visit to IKEA, had some fun. It was cool. It was cool. It was a nice little drive. Mount Rainier was out today. People weren't driving too crazy. It was pretty smooth. It was a nice sunset. Got to IKEA, started playing on the carts, looking at stuff. It was cool. It was cool. So it was a good day. A little tired, but what did you think of today? How'd your day go today?
I think it was a really good day too. I resonate with feeling tired, but I think that it's like an earned tired,
Mm.
Like we did a lot. We earned our tired and we're going to sleep really good tonight. And I like going to IKEA, but I liked going to IKEA with you and that we are building the office out. I think that's going to look really nice and be really exciting. So I can't wait to put it together.
I bet you can't.
Yeah.
I'm so curious how that's gonna go.
It'll be good.
What are we gonna do when you're having a meeting or I'm having a meeting? Or what if we're having meetings at the same time? How's that gonna work?
Then I'll just come back out here like I used to be for meeting times. Or we'll just chat with each other. Yo, I got a meeting at this time. Okay, cool. You want to use the office?
Okay. And I
I
don't mind
know.
you having meetings in there if I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
currently in a meeting, I guess.
And I know you have all your stuff set up in there, so if you have a meeting, then I'll move my laptop out here. For or if you have a meeting, I'll either be in there working quietly or I'll be out here if it's a meeting that I should be out for. And if I have a meeting and you have a meeting at the same time, then I'll just be out here.
You think you're gonna be distracting?
I'm gonna try not to.
I'm telling you, we'll see. We will see.
I think I'll also be really helpful though during the editing process. Or like more so the photo selection process.
Mm. No, you're definitely you have a keen eye and you know what to look for in the photos. Sometimes you look too hard in photos, and I'm just like, I don't need all that. I just I don't need all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But I got your back.
this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, we've been working hard building original studios. It's been busy. Um, not as busy as it could be, and not as busy as it will be because we're growing. But we're getting more organized. It's really important that we build this financial vehicle that will ultimately end up serving us now and then for future generations because it has to. Why else would we be building it? So shout out to the new members on the squad. I won't throw out any names, but we see you. We appreciate you.
Very much so.
Very, telling you. I've been talking about getting people on the team for so long, and then also shout out to uh, just the new people that we've been able to work with, both clientele and collaborators. I mean, it's been real nice. It's been real nice. When I like when you just meet good people. You know what I mean? And they're good to work with, good people, and you like working with them. working with them, creating with them, working for them.
Hmm. Definitely a plus.
It's real good. Real good. Original Studios is starting to like get a name, a brand. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? That's all us. It's all us. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Anyway. Oh yeah, and shout out to our followers, our subscribers. You
Hmm.
know, I see y'all. Y'all are like there's a couple of y'all out there commenting.
Hmm.
Um there was one comment that I responded to today that I kind of wanted to either do a video on, um, based off of his comment. It was in reference to our last video
Hmm.
talking about holding energy.
Yep. You know who you are. Thank you for writing that because, yeah, I'm glad that it's resonating with you. I knew that you were going to say something, so I won't.
No, that was it. I was just saying shout out to the people who are supporting us.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're getting some takeaways. It's good.
Yeah, because we're getting takeaways.
Hmm. I'm excited to hear the progress that's made through that discovery as well, on both sides, our side, and then in your context as well.
Yeah, because I mean y'all are witnessing us just kind of figuring out. Now, obviously, we do a lot of our work, off camera. I mean, how couldn't we? We don't record everything, but we do a lot of our work off camera. So when we're talking about having anxiety around the thought of bringing up a conversation, a difficult conversation with each other, it's like we've been there, you know what I mean? And it doesn't get any easier having, well, that's a lie. It does get easier having these conversations, and the anxiety around bringing that stuff up stops. At least for me, it has. I feel like I can, even though you might not like what I say it anyway, but I've always kind of been that way. But
Hmm.
it's like the fear around bringing up a conversation that might make the other person feel the type of way, or might upset them, or might upset you, or cause a whole something, I don't know, a situation. It's very real.
Hmm.
But yeah, we've worked on that.
Hmm. I think it's like, I don't really think that that's something that we have much of a problem with. I think it's like when we're first starting or in a space of not a concrete knowing, there definitely was some kind of like, I don't know how this will be taken or if I can say exactly what I want to say. And then as we've grown and in our closeness, I feel like it's just like, I was thinking about this, like, how did you process that? Or like, what are you experiencing? You know? And it's way more like, here's what we saw. Let's look at it. Let's spread out our findings on the table and see what's actually going on.
I think that's I think we've conceptually, it's probably the very first thing that we ever started on, even before we
Hmm.
became something. So the first night that we had an actual conversation, um, we were just talking about whatever. But this was before we knew that we were ever gonna like each other or nothing. We just were catching up. We were just chilling, and ever since then, and then the beginning conversations after that, when we realized, hey, we actually got a vibe. We actually like each other. Let's see about this. The conversations weren't, they weren't empty. They were conversations that really like went towards something. There was an intention behind our conversations. We weren't just talking to talk. It wasn't because she's cute and I like her and I wanted a bag. It wasn't because I was cute and she liked me and she wanted a bag. It wasn't about that. It's like, at least, it
Mm-mm.
was, we were having those conversations from the very jump, and the intention behind those conversations were anxiety driven. You know what I mean? Well, not the intention, but they could be sources of anxiety based off of the topics that we were talking about. We talk about some pretty real shit in the beginning.
Yeah, especially for it being like the beginning and not knowing, we were talking about some really deep things.
Yeah, because we weren't playing no games. I wasn't playing no games. I don't got time for that. Too damn old for that.
We don't play games.
We really don't. We got to build this. You know, whether you were here or not, I was gonna be building. You know, and I told you that.
And likewise, you know. So I think that works, and that's like a lot of the beautiful value that we see, or like the depth of our relationship is we both acknowledge how independent and hardworking the other is, and then it pairs very well because we're like, okay, we're working towards a common goal and we both work hard, so we know that the other person is on the same page. And it's not like, well, I'm doing all this and what are you doing? And just along for the ride. It's like, I'm here and I'm helping you drive the car, helping you do it.
I get the euphemism, but
No,
you
it's
don't
like
ever drive.
I do, but I offer.
You do offer.
And you're like, no, I'll drive.
You do offer. But yeah, no, it's very real. I guess we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very real.
Mhm.
You know, the our subscriber, I don't even know what to call it. Like, what do we call these people? I guess whatever. So the person who left the comment,
Yeah.
there was, if you haven't watched the last episode to understand the reference, recommend you go watch the last episode. It's about holding energy that's not ours. When we expel or we are feeling a certain type of way, I started to look inward and be like, is this energy even mine, or is this somebody else's energy or something else's energy that I got from somewhere else? And the comment that was made was in reference to them being able to not be bogged down by the thought of the anxiety of the, I think he put it as like the BS, right? The BS that could be of a conversation, and rather just concentrate on getting through the conversation and the trial that is just the conversation, and not having any of that preceding anxiety around having the conversation in the first place. At least that's how I understood it. If you're watching this and you want to clarify, you can throw it in the comment. You know, keep the discussion going. But no, it's right on point, because that's it's really tough that it's something tough that a lot of people, I feel like, including myself, have had to struggle with, or still continue to struggle with.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
Gave her a fork and everything.
Hey, I got frosting. Well, there was frosting on the side of the container before I even started eating.
You got frosting on your hands. So there was a wrapper that came with that cupcake.
That's when it happened.
That's when it happened. And she tried to put the wrapper in the container. She said, I'm going to take this with me. Hey. I knew exactly what she wanted to do. I'm like, Jinji, go put the wrapper in the garbage. She's like, and she took the wrapper.
Don't tell me you haven't done that.
Started talking about frosting on the outside of the container.
And that was too on the outside.
Yeah, all right.
I was also talking about, you know when you're a child and you eat the cupcake wrapper. Well, like, I didn't do that, but I ate the nice moist part of the cupcake from the cupcake wrapper. It was good.
So yeah, are we done?
Do you feel done?
Yeah, I feel done. Like, this could just be a quick update episode. You know what I mean? This could just be a quick hi, quick bye.
Quick hi, quick bye.
While we're eating a cupcake. We got a desk. We got a chair. Throwing it into the office. Gingy's moving into the office so that we can work.
I
Anxiety, you know.
I took a lot of BTS of our IKEA trip, so you may or may not see it. I don't know.
That would have already been on this video, girl. Where else was it gonna go?
I don't know. You might decide like
By the time they're watching this part of the conversation, they
they'll
would have already had seen it.
Okay, well now we know.
I ain't editing this out.
You'll have to.
I know. That's kind of cool that we can do that.
Yeah.
It's like the unplanned video, you know, and then towards the end, you're like, well, we took BTS, you might see it. And like they've already seen it by this point.
I mean, because you might be like, no. You've been like, go over here. I'll put it in. And then you're like, I did not put it in.
That's true.
That's okay. Yeah. Go forth and have your conversations.
Go forth. Go forth and have your conversations.
Because it makes a difference. And yeah, someone that I really care for and trust, a mentor in my life, often tells me that we are constantly breaking through our fear threshold. And that can be with anything, having anxieties about a conversation, a new job interview, whatever the case may be, in this case, it's that conversations. But as you continue, or the more you have those conversations, the less anxiety will arise around them. And then you'll know, without a doubt, this person loves me and cares for me. So if I have something that I need to share with them, regardless of if it's, peachy, cute, and happy, or the darkest depths of my soul, I can present it and not fear judgment or, an explosive conversation. So you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Takes practice, but.
Takes practice, but it also takes two.
Mm-hmm. And it gets easier.
It takes two. Can take two different people. But it is also something that can be worked on solo dolo because, and I'll say this point and then but because there's always you and then there's the inner you. And we're always having a constant moment of conversation between the you and the inner you. I call it, well, it's not that I call it, it's called the self, right? But when we have the word myself, it's, you're taking ownership over the self. It's not a conjugated word, it's two words separated, my and self. So that's how you practice having that conversation, and those conversations that can be anxiety driven can be done right there in the mirror, like literally looking in the mirror and talking to yourself. There's nothing weird about it.
That part, because really the conversations you might be worried about having are the ones with yourself.
Facts. Which is why distractions are so prominent and they're so easy to fall into when we're talking about going on social media or video games or work even. Getting yourself lost in this stuff is distracting you from having the conversations that you might need to be having with yourself. And if you're not having the conversations that are necessary with yourself, then it's really hard to expect that those same level of conversations would happen any better if you're working with an outside entity, another being, and then not just that other being, but that other being and that other being's self. So themselves, their self. Right, so it's always a amalgamation of different entities that are in cahoots when it comes to these conversations. And if each individual isn't having those conversations with self, then when they come together, those conversations are probably going to be even infinitely more difficult. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, bye.
We're wrapping it up for today. He said abrupt bye. Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of A Couple Conversations. We are that couple, and you're also a couple of people having conversations with us.
Okay.
Let it be, let it happen.
Okay, just let it be, let it happen. All right. All right, peace.
Bye.